New York is an incredible city to explore. It's a hive of activity buzzing with life, culture, and loads of foodie haunts to fill up at. That being said, with all these best things to do in New York, it can be hard to prioritize just a few of the best areas of the city. People can live here for 100 years and never run out of places to go or people to meet. Deciding what to do first in New York is daunting, which is why we're narrowing down your options. Are you ready to see New York? Let's go! To get that 𝗓𝗏𝗡 New York experience, you have no choice but to take a stroll through Central Park while in the city. As you step off the crowded sidewalks of 59th Street into a massive green, you'll hardly realize what lies before you. 693 acres of man-made gardens, meadows, forests, and hillsides. If you ambled down every one of Central Park's pathways, you would walk 58 miles. Along the way, you pass sculptures, bridges, and arches, plus 21 playgrounds, a winter ice skating rink, and even a zoo. But you'd hardly notice the 4 major crosstown thoroughfares, which cleverly disappear into foliage-covered tunnels. Map your park route to stop at classic Central Park landmarks like the Bethesda Fountain, Bow Bridge, Belvedere Castle, and the Strawberry Fields John Lennon Memorial. For locals and first-time visitors alike, seeing a Broadway show is a special experience, and one that is exclusive to New York City. Times Square is ordinarily a drag, but when you're moseying into Midtown Manhattan for a show, the bright billboards and lights don't flash in your face, they dazzle in your eyes. A Broadway show's costumes, sets, songs, and stories are the stuff of dreams. And after going dark during the pandemic, Broadway is back. Exult in the return of live performances with acclaimed shows like 𝗓𝗏𝗃 and Hadestown. Love it or hate it, Times Square is one unique place that makes New York so different from other cities. Perched in the Midtown area of Manhattan, it's a bustling mix of people, shops, and ginormous billboards that tower the streets. Now, one visit is enough, but it's something you should definitely see if you've never been before. Afterwards, take a 15-minute stroll over to the Museum of Modern Art, too. Grand Central Terminal is more than just one of the busiest train stations in the world. It's a window into old New York and into a time when train travel was the ultimate luxury for the wealthy and a necessity for the working man. If you aren't commuting in or out of the city, avoid coming during rush hour and take your time admiring the landmark architecture and checking out the top-notch dining and shopping. When the Brooklyn Bridge was constructed in 1883, extending 1,595 feet across the East River, connecting Lower Manhattan to Brooklyn Heights, it was the longest suspension bridge in the world. Now, it's a historic staple of the New York City skyline, transporting commuter car traffic underneath and tourist foot traffic above. Standing before arches and rectangles with city skyscrapers rising in the distance will at once inspire a sense of grandiosity and slightness. Rockefeller Center sits in the heart of Midtown Manhattan, both in terms of its physical location and its prominent place in the city's folklore and culture. Whether you want to check out a performance on the plaza outside the Today Show, visit the Christmas tree, or practice your best moves on the ice skating rink, you're in for an iconic, family-friendly experience. If you buy a ticket to Top of the Rock, you'll enjoy spectacular views of the city below. No matter where you are, you're bound to be constantly pointing and shouting, "Hey, look at that!" Probably the most symbolic place to see in New York, seeing the Statue of Liberty is easily one of the best things to do in New York. Now, there are a number of ways to visit, or at least see the Statue of Liberty from different vantage points. If you fancy visiting, book a ticket and catch the tour boats that leave from Battery Park itself. This tour allows you to hop off on the island and also visit Ellis Island too. That being said, if you just want to get a good view, hop on the Staten Island free ferry or one of the ticketed tour boats that traverse the Bay Area. Now you are perfectly prepared for your first or next travel to New York. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to click the subscribe button and give it a thumbs up for more travel content. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.